Welcome on this panel. I'm very happy to have you here. With our company, we're very much involved in developing ecosystem. And of course, we speak a lot with Europe, we speak with countries, and sometimes we speak with cities, which I think it's a very different angle of seeing things. And that's why I would like to please first maybe introduce shortly yourself and also your initiatives and what you are doing. And then I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for very much for the invitation, and we are happy. We are very happy for being here. We are involved in a very ambitious project, which is Madrid in Game. I am responsible of the entrepreneurship program, which is actually it's an 18th month-old program. We have started on March 2023, and by now we had 3 batches. And our goal within the Madrid in Game project is to strengthen the industry in Madrid, the video game industry, and to promote quality employment. But those are basically our main goals, and that's why the municipality, because this is a public initiative, is involved in this project. So, well, I think it could be interesting if we go on in the conversation and we can talk more in depth about the whole initiative.
Okay, thank you. And Pedro?
Yeah, for us, and thank you also for the invite. But for us, we come also from a partnership between the City Hall and 5 other associates. And in 2012, we decided also to create what is called an incubator/accelerator. At that time, agnostic in terms of sectors that we work with. Currently, we have 250 startups incubated with us, and we decided, okay, it makes sense that we can specialize also the work that we do with some of those startups and trying to have and have a bigger scale on the specific segments that we think that are growing more here in Lisbon and in Portugal. And that's where the hubs appeared, and the first one that we have launched in December 2023 last year was the Gaming Hub, so one of the verticals that we had more startups and studios also involved, and that we wanted to help also to gather different mentors, investors, partners under the same concept, so we can grow and gain scale by joining them on the same community.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So if we see at how to, what the companies need in the gaming industry to scale up and to really be successful, there are a lot of different ways or different domains that you can help. It's financing, it's international network, it's access to talent, it's access to partners in publishing, in financing, it's marketing, community management, and so on, and international visibility, of course, because we have a very international market. So what, Sarah, what do you think are the most important things, or where can you really, as a municipality, really play an important role in all these fields?
Yes, actually, I think it's very hard to say which of these fields, which one is the most important, because indeed we think we are going to approach the growth of this ecosystem in a very broad way. So that's why we think international approach is essential. We are attending to the most important trade shows, not only in the video game sector, but also in the innovation sector. We just attended Web Summit, as we have been there from Monday till now, till today. So we attend to these trade shows, and we invite our startups to come with us as well, because for them then they can showcase their products, and they can network with other agents and investors, publishers, and so on. It's a very important matter. We have been attending, I think, to Tokyo Game Show, GDC, wow. Gamescom Cologne, Emerge Miami. Well, I think during 2023 and 2024, we have attended 12 or 13 major trade events. That's one side. For instance, the public, the investment is very important. Something I have to say, we don't in our program we don't finance any startup. we just give them the tools to find this this important barrier they have, because they need money for growing their projects. So we have an investors day. We try to make this connection among startups and the investors. And we also have a very interesting tool, which is the cluster. We have built a cluster with the main companies that are involved in video game industry. Not only studios, but also tech companies, the academia. We have indeed 12 universities in the cluster, because something that I think is very important is the talent in Spain. In Madrid, sorry, we have 43 bachelor's and master's degrees related to video games.
Wow.
And it's like 60% of the offer in Spain, so which is a lot of people with talent, and we want to maintain this talent with us. And you talk also about the branding and the campaigns. We support them with campaigns. We think whenever we go to any country and build this relationship network between cities, and we show that Madrid has a real ecosystem, and it's possible to develop any kind of industry or company related to video games as well.
Okay.
So I don't know, I did not answer your question,
Yeah, you
because
did.
I think what I think is all of them are very important matters.
But I think, from what I understand, it's really about hubs, about talents, and about internationalization. And what about you, Pedro? Where do you think you can have the biggest impact in helping your companies?
Yeah, I think it's the main matter that we try, even for other verticals, artificial intelligence, so on and so on, that we are also opening this year. The thing tends to remain the same. That is, having a community that can help each other, and by that they can gain scale on working together. And if that community, it's not just national, we have 10 million people here in Portugal. It's not a huge market for any startup. So if they want to scale and get bigger and bigger, they have to go to other markets. So one of the things that we are focusing as well, it's the one that we were also talking about, international expansion, having different partnerships with different incubators and accelerators throughout the world. So we have the right network to help the startups. So what we try to do, it's not to do the job by the startups, but to be the facilitators that have the tools that they need to scale faster.
Okay, and now I'm going to be a bit mean, because we work a lot with regions and with countries also, and I work in Germany, where regions are very strong compared to the national government. So I guess it's also somewhere difficult to position yourself as Lisbon against Portugal, or I know Malaga, Barcelona, Madrid. You have developers everywhere. So how do you cope with this, still making it work as a country, and also, but making your hub strong?
I can start. So for us, it's a question of working as a whole. Like I said, we are not a huge country in terms of number of population, so it doesn't make sense for us to say that Porto or Lisbon or so on and so on. We are all working for the same objective, that is growing as a country. Unfortunately, by being a capital here in Lisbon, we have the strength and the international visibility. We were the Innovation European Capital last year as well. So that also gives us some more exposure internationally for us to lead also here in Portugal, this help that we give to all the startups and to all the studios, for example, that we have on the gaming segment. So I wouldn't say that is a matter of competition. It's a matter of, for example, Porto in the north, it's really a specialist on the industrial level and industrial facilities that here in Lisbon we don't have that much. So I think that each one of the cities have their particular also strengths, and by working together we can internationalize better.
Okay.
I absolutely agree. In fact, we are very happy to have in our cluster other cities that are involved in gaming in Spain. For example, Malaga is in the cluster, also Valencia, They have also a new program regarding with video games, and we are very happy to have Barcelona as well. And it's not a competition; it's more a collaboration, and we would love to collaborate as well with Lisbon. We already spoke about that because we want to have like a network of cities working with the same purpose, actually.
So, and last question for you: when you think about the gaming industry right now and the changes that are happening, what do you think is going to be the most important for your initiatives to bring to the developers next year? Where are you going to concentrate on? Still going very much internationally, because I hear a lot about financing also. So, where are you? What are your strong points for next year?
Yeah, so for us, the main focus now, it's this part of internationalization that we were talking. Like we started last year the concept of the gaming hub. The main focus was to aggregate what we have on the Portuguese ecosystem and to put them working together, seeing that they have the good mentors, so on, and the ecosystem that can also help them. Now the focus is, okay, you have to look globally. Your clients are not just here in Portugal. Your investors are not just here in Portugal. So looking globally, it's one of the things that we have to make. And that's one of the one step behind what Madrid in Games is doing, but it's also our focus to try to take some of our startups to international fairs, so on, so they can showcase what they have, because fortunately here in Europe, for example, we have really cool things happening in gaming. It's just a question of marketing and showing that they exist and the strength that they have.
Yes, we are also focused. Well, we will still work on what we have done. The international part is very important for us, and we are trying to concentrate because we manage many events in the Madrid in Game. We make like 80 or maybe 100 events per year, and we want to concentrate in one big event. So maybe next year we are going to work in one big event with a lot of impact. Last on March 2024, we had the Valorant final, and it was very important because we had a massive audience, near 25 million people watching the final, and it has made Madrid a focal point of video games, the esports. Okay. It's very funny, but things like that they have a big impact, and places Madrid as a real hub in this industry.
I think it's an interesting way of instead of going to the world, you have the world coming to you and to see what you are doing.
We have to do. Yes.
Thank you very much for this short conversation, but very interesting. Happy to continue further later.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.